my secret?
I think it's good. Yeah, is this nice and centered?
Nice. Hey guys, this is Bobby with Health4Thought, and this is Joe with Health4Thought.
It's me.
Today we're going to be talking about our experiences experience with the gym and how we got into fitness. And you guys know that we used to do videos together 10, 12 years ago. And I was a pretty small dude, but since then, I mean, yeah, I was a stick. I could fall down a sewer. But since then, we have grown together, grown, who we are through fitness and just, experience and psychology as well. I personally think fitness is different for everyone and how they go about it. There will be influencers and YouTubers out there that will say that you have to do a specific routine or plan to be successful. We both don't agree that that's true. And you can vouch for yourself. But I started doing fitness in 2019 at school and high school. And I started going to the gym in 2020. And I've learned so much about just my own body that when people come up to me and say specific things, it's like, I can't do that because that's just not how my body works, you know?
Yeah. I think a lot of people tend to approach fitness, especially as like, let's say trainers or online influencers, anything like that, as a more one size fits all. Hey, if you do this or you do what I do, then you're gonna get the results that I've gotten. But I definitely have learned I started training people, I guess, around the time I was most active on this channel. So I don't know, 14 years ago, something like that. So I started training people online, and the good results that I got from people were in large part learning exactly how their body worked, learning what their diet had been up to that point, learning their specific goals. Like it was very catered to the individual. Whereas at the time I remember just, you could much easier make a quick buck, and you can make a lot of money just selling basically like a course or something where it's just like I keep saying, like a one size fits all. But this is what you do.
They didn't care either. And we'll even talk about the sales side of it, working in sales at the gym. They truly don't care about your personal fitness as long as it's just money. Yeah, and that's kind of why we wanted to make this channel more authentic with the garage videos and doing these vlogs and talking in the camera, because a lot of people are missing just the realism of that. We could go all day about, hey guys, this is Joe and Bobby Health4Thought. We're gonna create a gym course for you guys to follow, and it could work for you, but if not, still pay us $5.99 for a subscription per month. I don't know. But that's not who we are. We just want you guys to see this as a place of comfort and as a place to learn and grow, kind of like how we are and what we're trying to do each and every day. I appreciate a comment from a guy this week that I sent to you. He was saying something about how your videos got him through college and saved his life. And that wasn't from you specifically doing anything from a sales pitch approach, but that was just you being your authentic self. And a lot of YouTube and social media is missing that now.
Well, it's become, I think, where people are in desperate, if we're talking now, this generation now, people are so in desperate need of a side hustle that, everyone, I don't want to say everyone, but a lot of people are approaching their channels or Instagram or TikToks as, just putting the monetary mindset first. So, and it makes sense why, but that's where they're coming from. It's just like, I'm going to follow trends. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that to basically just get as many views as I possibly can. And then hopefully that ends up turning into an audience that I could sell something to, or, make money from ads or whatever. And obviously this channel started at the very beginning stages of like YouTube, when you just could start making money. And I made some, but it's just like I never put money at the forefront of like the reason that I was going to do anything on YouTube. I guess sort of was like ignorant enough to believe that if you put something out there that's super authentic, then you're going to get authentic people following you, and they are going to organically and authentically want to help you out. And it'll just all take care of itself. It's not a formula to, you know, get rich, I guess, but that's just like never been my thing. So, and the other thing is like, I noticed that if my heart is not into it, then like I'm not going to be able to actually even do it, because I know that the best that I can do is not going to actually be presented, and then therefore is like pointless. So even if I tried to put money first and do the channel or whatever, like it would die shortly thereafter, because it's just not in me.
I feel like people have natural BS meters. I mean, they can see, especially now, everything's marketed. It's like, what are you trying to sell me? If you see someone hint at a product that, you know, was so random during a video, this video is sponsored by Asus or Acer or whatever, like a technology video. Like, I'm big into technology, and I see a lot of channels that are big on computer building and laptops. They make a whole video that's a sponsored video of a product, but it's like, this video is sponsored. You're getting paid by the company to advertise and make revenue off
it. It's like sponsored by that actual company.
Right.
Yeah.
So how do I know that this is authentic and real? And it's the same thing with fitness.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with health.
And that's been happening even, you know, back in my day. Yeah. You know, there were plenty of guys that would claim that they were natural, and they were just like juice to the gills. Yeah. You know. So it's always been a thing of, you know, just trying to be different to break the mold, and then garner, like I keep saying, like garner that audience that will then eventually fill your bank account. But it's, I think it is more rampant now than ever, just because like more people are online posting stuff than ever, when it was kind of difficult to actually do it before, because you know, buy like a separate camera and then have the editing.
Remember when people actually used professional cameras for video?
Right, it was like a separate thing. Now, you know, we just have a phone now, just a phone and a ring light.
That can film 4K at 30 FPS.
Right, so that's a big part of it, but also, I just think, I don't know about you, like I don't really like find myself scrolling like nearly as much, just because like I just find everything to be, my feed's just super inauthentic.
I scroll, but most of my feed is comedic.
Oh, okay.
It's more funny stuff.
Maybe it's more to fix my algorithm.
It's more like, this is for enjoyment, or it's nostalgia. That's how my feed is. But I feel like, and we were talking about this earlier, I brought it up, nostalgia is a huge thing now, because we miss the old times. We miss how it used to be. And why do we miss it? Because things aren't authentic now. They're not the same. We live in a digitalized, transactional world. As sad as it is, even 10 years ago, it didn't feel like how it is now. But the reason why, and this is kind of the root of why we're making this video and discussing this topic on fitness, is we want to be a channel that you guys look at and have the reaction of, they're authentic and they're not doing anything transactional to be that way. Can you think of a YouTuber right now that's like that? And if so, congratulations. Stay subscribed to them. But that was his motive at the start. I mean, you probably had every opportunity. It was just
organic. Like, it wasn't something, I guess, like I necessarily like thought like, hey, I want to be authentic. I just like was like, I think it felt cool to do something different because, you know, being a content creator at that time was like, it was more a rare thing and definitely not something that was even necessarily like, it didn't like put you on any type of pedestal. It was just something that you did. And it was just fun because it was all like just authentically like what I would do anyways, but then I was just like putting it on camera and like taking people, whoever wanted to be along for the ride with me.
And that's how it's supposed to be. Well, that's what I grew up with
well,
YouTube.
Once money got involved though, then that's when, you know, it's like that changed everything, you know?
Yeah.
And like I said, like it was still part of an era where like actually YouTube paid decent for views, but most people were just coming from the standpoint of not thinking that it was gonna be something that would be their outlet to financial freedom, but rather just like, oh, like I remember talking to Sven at the time and being like, you know, it'd be cool if like we made enough money on YouTube to eventually be able to just pay for like our protein. That was like, and not like, hey, how can we get there? It was just like, that'd be cool if one day that just like happened. And just from views on YouTube, we could just not have to pay for our protein.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. That was like our pie in the sky dream at the time.
But I mean, we got really off topic, but it's fine. I don't care. I love the discussion. But when it comes to fitness and how that affected each of us, I think the realism of it's different for everyone. One size does not fit all helped me be a better coach when I was working at a big box gym. And also exposure to the sales side of it helped me to see my own value of this is not for me. Because there's a passion with fitness, but there's also a direction that it takes you. And the direction it was trying to take me was, you're a good asset, but you have to not be yourself to get clientele.
Yeah, there's definitely a whole sales rigmarole, right? That they put you through, and then you need to do sales.
You have to hit quota.
Right.
And that's not who I was. Yeah. I remember, and this is a funny story, when I worked at a big box gym. Not going to say the name, obviously, but my manager walks up to me while I was training a client, and he hands me a bottle of supplements and a protein powder, and he said, I need you to sell this before the end of the night, and I believe you can. And he did that for about 3 days straight, and it was about 8:30 at night. And if I didn't hit quota after 3 times, apparently he got fired or something like that. Wow. But I was like, that's why I quit. But it's just, you never know something until you know what's under the lens of it. And when it comes to fitness, you just gotta, and I know this sounds just whatever, take it with a grain of salt, but you just gotta be dedicated towards it. Me and Joe, we can't fix your fitness problem, but we can definitely make funny, dumb videos that motivate you to get back into the gym. And that's how I try to train clients too. It's like, I don't have a magic pill, but I can help you to want to be here when you train with me because of my personality.
Right. Motivate them to like basically stay consistent. Because that is what it comes
motivation
down to.
is a huge factor.
Yeah.
And when you aren't motivated, you're not going to show up to something.
Yeah.
You're not going to put in the time.
Yeah, that's a good point, because I remember enjoying that aspect of feeling like being consistent with videos was keeping other people accountable, but it sure as hell was keeping me accountable too. Like especially if I set a certain goal or something, or said I was going to do something, then it's just like, well, it almost feels like hey, these people are like depending on you to live up to your word, because it goes both ways. It's like this positive energy that we're able to give to each other, because it's just like all the people that are waiting for the videos, or like, you know, take the time to comment and stuff, that's all feeding back towards like the creator, if you will, and further motivates us you know, and then it's this constant give and take that is all coming from a positive place, which I think is really cool. But you're right that really, like, that is probably actually the biggest reason that you would either hire a trainer, or like if you're just, you know, watching an influencer or someone on YouTube, us, whatever, to help you along with your fitness journey, that probably the most important thing is just getting your ass in that gym door.
That's what you're paying for, is to literally show up.
Right. The results can come from pretty basic type of training
and discipline,
and a lot of the workouts that we do, I mean, we try to, for content purposes, you know, make it more enjoyable and try to change things up, but we're doing a lot of the same things. It's just about being consistent.
Right. A lot of it has to do with if your drive and motivation is in it, you'll see the results.
You will,
that will
but
come.
It just takes time.
Yeah. A lot of it has to do with time and dedication, and like you said, getting your foot in the door. That's the hardest part. Like, you're literally paying a trainer to get your foot in the door.
Yeah, because that money, which is usually, you know, it's funny enough, I way undersold myself at the time, but a lot of people that are spending this money and they realize it's a lot of money and it's a lot to sign up for, they're going to go.
Right.
Or else you're just literally wasting money. So yeah, that is definitely a huge part of it. So I hope that the continuation of this Health4Thought channel and this new and improved iteration of me and my brother keeping it going, I hope that it can serve to be for you guys, like, as a constant motivation, that as hopefully the channel can continue to grow, that'll continue to motivate us to be our best selves and produce the best content that we can. And it can just be a constant give and take.
Yeah.
That's all coming from a positive place. We're all benefiting. So I hope that is what ultimately it can be for years to come.
Sweet. I mean, I couldn't say it better myself. But if you guys enjoyed this rambling video of us, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more videos, more workouts, things like that. If you guys have any questions regarding our fitness journey, feel free to comment any questions you may have. My name is Bobby. This is Joe.
I'm Joe.
And we are Health4Thought. It's back, baby.
It's back.
It's back. All right. We'll see you guys soon.
time.
Bye.